Because the colonists felt that only their representatives had the power to tax them and really govern their societies, all 13 colonies had some form of a colonial assembly by the time of the American Revolution. The earliest examples are the Mayflower Compact, the New England Town Meetings, and the Virginia House of Burgess. Now let's start with the Virginia House of Burgess, which has that very hierarchical society. And in this society, because life was dangerous in the Virginia colonies, about 50% died within a year early on. Um, they wanted to increase the number of plantation owners who would come and actually settle the land and make it productive. So the Virginia Company and later the Royal Colonies established that a Virginia House of Burgess that was run by the planter elites. You had to be a wealthy property owner in order to vote in that society. So it's not really democratic, but it's an early step towards the democratic process. In New England, they signed the Mayflower Compact getting off of the Mayflower ship in Massachusetts because they knew that life was going to be harsh and that the people had to work together in order to form a government. This is a really early example of the idea of consent to the governed, that the power of government comes from the authority of the people, not some random person in Britain. This means that it is an example of an early self-government. New England itself, because the Puritan church was relatively egalitarian, the members of the church actually governed the church. It also acted as a governor of the civil society as well. So all the male members of the church were allowed to participate in what's known as a town meeting. The town meetings essentially is a direct democracy. And in this town meeting system, they also later would vote on a representative that would go serve on the general court in Boston. It's important to note that by the American Revolution, all 13 colonies had some sort of a representative assembly, a colonial assembly, which had the right to levy taxes. So when we get to later on, they're not complaining so much about the amount of the taxes, but rather the fact that it's not their representatives that are coming up with the taxes.